Hey everybody. Well, hi, I'm Blue, and today is May the 4th. And so it's Star Wars Day, the whole May the 4th be with you BS. I used to be a big Star Wars fan. In 70, I think it was 76 when the original came out, you know, I was young. I was a little kid. I saw it in the movie theaters. I saw the original three movies two or three times in the theaters because I loved it so much. I had a lot of toys. I had the action figures. I had all that fun stuff. I liked the prequels. I didn't think they were as bad as what people said they were. I thought some of the battles and all that were epic. I loved it. And then Disney bought Star Wars, and I was losing interest very fast. Um, Out of all the programming, I think Star Wars Rebels was pretty good. The movies just sucked. I have not watched the last two movies because, with everything that I have been seeing online and all that, I just could not keep my interest up. Um, Mandalorian, of course, Luke's rescue and all that. That I thought was epic. I love that. I was at one time such a big Star Wars fan. I built my own lightsaber. Yeah, it's just a piece of wood, yeah, but and you could tell by the color, since it's purple, Mace Windu. Mm-hmm. It's think this, yeah, it's a 4 foot long wooden lightsaber, but I loved it. But I am digressing. So, you know, people have talked about, incorporating concepts that are out of the game into the game. And so, can you create a Jedi or Sith in your role playing game? And how hard would it be? And for Rollmaster, it's easy. We pretty much have it, from the start. In Rollmaster, there is a profession called the Warrior Mage. This is a profession where this fighter uses magic to enhance his movements and combat. Okay, so right there, that says a lot about what, especially what Sith is. The only tweak that I had to make on this was I had to create an additional spell list to add on to them. And that is Mage Sword. Because, we needed a magic weapon and all that, and we needed some consistency, for gameplay purposes. And so I created Mage Sword. It is a spell list. This is about the creation and, making your Mage Sword more powerful. Because I believe that, like in so many things, you can't have a newbie with this super powerful weapon. No, they've got to increase the abilities of the weapon as they increase their abilities inside themselves. And so, before I get into that, the other differences that you'd have to do to the Warrior Mage to make it a Jedi or Sith is usually just add 2 spell lists. For the Sith, I would add Dark Law, and it would be Lightning. No, I forget which one it is. There is a spell list that has lightning bolts. And so, for Sith lightning, right there you go. And you had those 2 lists plus this Mage Swords list to a Warrior Mage, and you have your Sith. For the Jedi, you could add Oh, you gotta add another one, Essence Hand. Essence Hand is your telekinetic. You know, you can lift things with your mind, with the Force. That Light Law, and you could possibly put in there a healing spell list, so that, since you know it kind of reflects the cleric. Now, in options rules for Rollmaster, you can assign a couple extra lists to your cleric because they are the religious. They do different things. Well, a Jedi is kind of like a cleric in many ways, and so add a healing spell or healing spell list to your Jedi with, you know, your Mage Sword and Light Law, and you're good. So, with Mage Sword, spell list. Level 1 is Cleanse, where the caster magically cleanses all magic from the sword hilt. You basically get just the sword hilt, no blade to it whatsoever, and you're cleansing it. Level 2 is the gem mount. You know, in Star Wars, they had to have, was it kyber crystals or caper crystals, whatever type crystal, to make their lightsabers. Well, I wanted that same feel, and so you have to use a gem of a certain size. You had to have, because, you know, the size of the gem reflects on the amount of power it could hold and channel. And so you needed a decent sized gem for your mount. Number 3 is binding weapon. The weapon will only work for the caster. And the rules that I created, this type of profession, well, might as well just call it Jedi, yeah. They can only have at the most 2 swords. Mage swords, because, you know, some of the Jedi and Sith, they had dual mounts or they had 2 weapons, so you can only have up to 2. You just can't create a third one. Okay, number 4 is dagger mage sword. The blade is the size of a dagger and uses dagger attack table. Like I said, you're starting weak. And so your weak little level 2, 3, 4, and 5 Jedi, when they have their lightsaber come out, you know, it's only this long, so they can defend themselves. They're not, you know, imposing. Level 5 is gem power. The focus gem is used to power the weapon, follow crafting skills. Okay, this is about empowering the crystal that you have in your mage sword. Like I said, it has to be so big and of such quality to be able to handle the magic and the combat. So, for those of you who do not know, fluorite, which is a very colorful gem, is very weak. It is soft. You know, they got the Molar's hardness system. A diamond is a 10. Fluorite is a 4. And that's why they put fluorites in earrings, because with it being a 4, it's not that strong. It will get scratched up very easy. Gems that they put in rings have to be like an 8 or above. And so I kind of put those in with combat, because if you are actually going into combat, you want to make sure that gem stays in place, and if it's going to shatter so easily, it just can't be used. All right. Then we jump to level 7. You cast this spell in combat. This one is not a permanent spell. All the others were permanent. And when using your mage sword, you get a +5 bonus in melee. Then we skip to level 10. Your dagger saber is now a short sword saber. The blade is now the size of a short sword. So it went from here to here. Okay, you're getting stronger, and so you can increase the power of your weapon. A level 11 upgrade is a PowerPoint bank. Ugh. When casting, this is a permanent spell, and your mage sword now can hold 10 power points in it, so that it will help you cast more spells, especially in combat. We jump to number 14, 14th level spell, and that is a +10 bonus in melee, which, you had your 7th level, which was a +5. Now, when you cast this in battle, you get a +10 bonus in melee. You cannot compound these spells. You can't go and cast 3 +10s and think you got +3 in battle. No, it don't work. You just extended it. Temporary spells on this matter will last, excuse me, gotta look up the stat, 20 rounds. Alright, level 15 is now a +20 PowerPoint bank. So now when you cast this, it will allow your mage sword to hold 20 power points, which, you can cast some of these other smaller spells. We skip now into level 19, and it becomes a +15 melee bonus spell. Again, 20 rounds where you get an additional 15 to your offensive bonus. Level 20 is broadsword. So this is now where it's going to be basically a full-sized lightsaber mage sword. And so you do your battle damage on the broadsword combat chart. Level 25, it becomes a +20 bonus in melee. Level 30 becomes a great sword. And this is the largest it can get. You treat it as a two-handed sword on the combat chart. Level 40 is a +25 bonus in melee. So, and again, that one lasts 20 rounds, and so plus 25 bonus, that's going to help you out quite a bit. And the final one, level 50, it becomes a ×2 PowerPoint multiplier. As long as the owner has the sword on him, it is going to increase the amount of power points he has available to him. So with this, if he has the ability to carry 60 power points on him, energy, with the PowerPoint multiplier, it becomes 120. Which will allow him to cast a lot of spells. And so these are the additional spells I added so that I could create a Jedi or a Sith. So I would like to challenge anybody that creates professions, classes, subclasses in their game to tell me what would be required with using your system to create a Jedi or Sith. So everybody, please take care. Be at peace.